Puddles in the crosswalk hold the sky in crooked frames. Shop signs blink and flicker like they're trying to recall my name. My footsteps tap a question down this narrow breathing lane. A taxi sighs and rolls by slow, carrying somebody else's day. This sidewalk after the storm talks low like an old friend. Every little splash and shadow asking how I've really been. The world feels small and open, each breath a softer start. Jazz turns a passing moment into a quiet talk with my heart. Steam curls from a grate, ghost of coffee, bread and rain. Neon on the window glass smears in yellow, blue and gray. A trumpet from a doorway bends a note then lets it fall. I hear it circle my worries till they don't feel sharp at all. I walk past strangers' windows, see their laughter, see their fights, catch my own face in the glass, changing colors with the lights. The bass hums under everything, like a thought I almost missed. I follow where it's leading, to the space inside this bliss.
No applause, no names on the door, just a chair and a coat on the floor. Coffee ring on a table scarred and stained. Click of glass, someone laughing at the game. Quiet swing, steady heart, let it breathe, let it start. Tiny notes carrying weight like art. I don't need a stage tonight, this little groove will hold me right. Second hand on the wall, just ticking slow. Soft nods when the horn begins to glow. Eyes close while the brushes trace a line. Small sounds doing all the work of pride. I used to chase the loudest room, every cheer a borrowed tune. Now every space between the beats says I'm enough, right here in this seat. I used to chase the loudest room, every cheer a borrowed tune. Now every space between the beats says I'm enough, right here in this seat. spreadsheet, ink stain on my sleeve, screen glow on the window. Everyone's gone, but I still breathe. Lamp halo on these pages, soft circle on the floor. Clock hands drag in slow motion, yet my pen asks for more. Desk lamp jazz, keep me steady. Tiny light in all this dark. Every note a quiet engine pushing through this crowded heart. Desk lamp jazz, hold this moment, soft and stubborn, low and warm. While the world curls up and dreams somewhere, I stay here inside the storm. Cursor blinks like a heartbeat, rhythm underlined in blue. Foot tap under the table, finding patterns, seeing through. Coffee cooled to an echo, but the bass line stays in time. Every task a small mountain, every bar another climb. My desk lamp jazz, keep me steady. Tiny light in all this dark. Every note a quiet engine pushing through this crowded heart. Desk lamp jazz, hold this moment, soft and stubborn, low and warm. While the world curls up and dreams somewhere, I stay here inside the storm.
Turnstile clicks, platform hums along. Cold bites, but it sharpens every line of my path on time by design. Swing at the station, footsteps fall in time. Every stride syncopation, little groove in the grind. Let the morning unwind. Swing at the station, calm intention in my mind. Yeah. Steel glides, headlights smear the dark. Door slide, I stay, let it pass. Heel to toe in the frost. The world moves, I'm not pale light on the windowsill, steam curling from a coffee cup, keys resting waiting for the first touch. Street outside, just one car sighing past, storefront glass still holding yesterday. Bare feet on a cool wood floor, I breathe in, let the night fade away. Quiet awakening, nothing rushing, nothing loud, just my heart, just this room, and the sun behind a cloud. Quiet awakening, every worry still asleep. I count the spaces in between each calm, unhurried breath I keep. Hands move, but they don't seem to care. Soft shirt hanging from the same old chair. New day in the dust on the frame. I smile, though nothing looks changed. Let the kettle hum low, let the mailbox stay closed, let the messages pile. They can wait a little while. In this hush I'm enough, with this cup, with this touch of slow light spilling in on my skin.
Just a cup on the table, lip mark, cooling steam, trumpet mute on the stand, holding back what it means. Clock ticks behind the curtain, bass leans into one low tone. You stare past my shoulder, finishing thoughts on your own. I let you finish the sentence, leave it hanging in the air. Half spoken, you color in the silence. With every little fear, every hope unbroken, I give you barely a line. You write the rest in your head. I let you finish the sentence, say what I never said. Right hand, two soft figures, left hand slow and spare. Right symbol like a secret, swing so faint it's a dare. Your smile moves by inches, I eyes trace the window frame, every pause between phrases says the thing I never named. Glass clink, coat on a hanger, door sighs letting in cold. We sit inside the almost where stories learn to unfold. I leave the ending open. Curtains close, room in half dark, coffee ring on the table. Days wait in my jacket on the chair. Let the final jazz feeling stay. Last note hanging, drifting away. Jazz gently seals the day. Traffic hum somewhere too far. Street lamp glow on the window glass. My shoes already pointed toward tomorrow. I let the questions stay unanswered. Let the records file themselves in my mind. Every wrong turn, every small kindness, all of it resting in the slow, soft time. One lamp, tired halo, dust floating in its circle. your book slips from your fingers. Words can wait till tomorrow. Let the last slow phrase take the weight from your eyes. Every note says stay, while my hands say good night. This is where we stop, where the questions slide away. Let the last slow phrase lay you down, let it play. Curtain breeze with the night air, street noise softened to a mumble. Clock hands leaning on each other. Even time starts to stumble. I don't chase the ending, I lean into the hush. All that's left is breathing and this gentler hush on hush. Morning light across this wooden table, steam in the air, but the cup's gone cool. Elbow on oak, eyes on the window, nothing to chase, nothing to prove. Let the slow days start like a record turning over. Breathe in the quiet, let it all move through. No rush, no race, just a gentle getting older. I'll meet the world when the world comes through. Clock on the wall ticks soft in the corner, page on my lap, words still asleep. Street hum is low like a distant drummer. Thoughts stretch out from somewhere deep.
I'll stay right here in this moment. Watch one sunbeam crawl across the grain. If this is all I get for a lifetime, this easy start might be enough again. One lamp, dust in the air like slow snow. Sleeve on my cheek, this old chair holds what I don't show. Soft shirt falling off the side of my skin. I hear the hallway breathe, then I fall back in. Let the quiet talk for me. Let the quiet talk. Let the quiet talk. Dim room, soft fabric, steady calm around my thoughts. Bare walls, plain ceiling, stillness like a gentle tide. Let the quiet talk for me. I just stay inside. Steam curls from a cup I barely touch. Clock hands crawl like they know I've had enough. Bare feet sliding patterns on the floor. I almost say my own name, then I don't anymore. Let the quiet talk for me. Let the quiet talk. Let the quiet talk. No weight but the blanket on my knees. Slow breath tracing circles I don't need to see. I'm not lonely, I'm just here. With this hush pressed to my ear. Let the quiet talk for me. Let the quiet talk. Let the quiet talk. Let the quiet talk for me. Let the quiet talk. Sky turns blue to deep gray, coffee going cold. I trace the rim, watch steam give up and fade. Neon on my wrist, tiny trembling ghost. I lean on the rail, let the city fill my lungs.
between day and night, where the clocks lose count. I just breathe, I just sway in this almost silent sound. Between day and night, when the edges slip, I let the city hold me till time loosens its grip. Cars slide under bridges like memories half remembered. A siren in the distance bends around the beat. Your name in my pocket creased on a folded note. I don't read it, just feel the paper heat. Between day and night, where the clocks lose count, I just breathe, I just sway in this almost silent sound. Between day and night, when the edges slip, I let the city hold me till time loosens its grip. Streetlight flickers once like it's changing its mind. I do the same thing, staring at my hands. If morning never comes or comes a little late, I'll still be swaying here between the seconds we made. Between days, between days, between days. Rain darkens the street, same cracked line, same leaning mailbox, only wetter this time. Coats pass in pieces, just shoulders and shoes. Faces stay hidden like half-faded news. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. I'm here with the groove and it's here with the pain. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. Coffee cup cooling, ring on the table. Drip from the awning keeps counting the cable. Taxi light flickers, then slips out of frame. Bottles keep talking, but they don't say my name. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. I'm here with the groove and it's here with the pain. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. chase every echo, try to follow it home. Now I let them all wander through this four-bar zone. Lonely isn't tragic, it's a code I know. Hang it by the doorway when it's time to go. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. Footsteps in the rain. Shadows stretch across the room. Chairs turn slightly, records breathing in the dust. Your coat hangs easy on the back of mine. We made it through the storm. Now the air feels thin. The soft afterglow swings as the night drifts in. Hard part's done, let the daylight fall. I can finally exhale. Coffee cooling by your hand, pages folded. Someone laughs down in the hall. Time nods off but stays awake with us. The day loosens its hands at last. Coat on the chair, shoes by the door. Sunset dishes in the sink. One small lamp on the hardwood floor. This jazz stays gentle, steady and true, letting silence breathe between the notes we knew. Nothing is solved, but it all feels held. As night takes everything, the daylight expels. Table, keys in a bowl, steam from a cup, tracing slow little ghosts. Street sounds fading to a hush. Your head on my shoulder, so close. All that was said, all that we missed, hangs in the air like a half-finished kiss.
Lights dim, cup on the table still warm, shoes kicked under the chair, clock face glowing in the corner. Let the last slow swing hold the weight of the day for you. Nothing to fix, nothing to prove. Just breathe and let it all fade. Let the last slow swing carry you. Curtain cracks, distant cars humming past, pages half read by the bed, thoughts drift loose from the task. Every little worry hangs on a note, then slides away. Soft symbol circles the room, like someone saying, stay, just stay.
passes slowly, steam curling off the bowl. Emails face down in my bag, phone turned away just for now. Sunlight resting on the table, spilling gold along my sleeve. Tiny dust motes drifting sideways like they've got nowhere to be. This room, this breath, this slow, forgiving groove. Time leans back in its chair, lets the clock loose. Yeah, even on a busy day, I still find room to breathe. I still find room to breathe. Waiter wipes a quiet circle on the counter by the glass. Traffic hums a distant river, but here the seconds soften, stretch. This jazz just stretches time. Lazy cymbals, gentle swing, stirring thoughts like sugar in till the sharp edges dissolve. I used to chase each minute like it might run off alone. Now I stir my coffee slowly, watch the ripples come and go. Between the meetings and the margins, hidden spaces I can keep. I hear that rhythm, soft reminder, every heartbeat counts as rest.
Forks on plates, soft laugh, steam from pots still hanging in the air. Your hand on my back, chair legs scrape. One light above the table humming low. We lean and talk in half thoughts, slow words, easy flow. These little things I'm thankful for. Water running, kids' shoes by the door, empty glasses, stories poured. Simple as this, I couldn't ask for more. Today tastes sweet on my tongue. I hold it close, let it run through the quiet of this room once more. I couldn't ask for more. Stacked white dishes tilted in the drying rack, your sleeve rolled, warm soap, record spinning in the back, low piano from the other room, finding space between our sides. You catch my eye, say come dance under these ordinary skies. I used to chase big moments, fireworks, bright summer shows. Now it's your shoulder at the sink, the way your tired smile glows. If this is all the headline, I'm fine with that, I swear, because every quiet clink and clatter says I'm here, you're here, we're here. Kitchen clock clicks on the wall, steam curls, then fades into nothing at all. Cup gone cold, my hands around it anyway. Your name half shake, but I let it drift away. Still air between us. All these words I never sent, every almost sentence circles back and stops again. If I speak, it might be over. If I'm quiet, will it mend? So I wait here in the still air between us. Phone face down, soft glow under the screen. Typed it all out, then erased what I mean. 3 dots I imagine never really appeared. I breathe in your absence, hold it like you're here. Takes so long for a second hand to fall. Takes one small word to undo it all. So I sit in the pauses, let the silence decide if the right quiet moment will turn into reply. You take the left side, fold your knees under you. My book slips page down, I just lean closer. Air tastes like coffee, cooling in small, slow sips. Old lamp, 1 week old, pain in your fingers gold. Say nothing, let the quiet do the talking for us. Slow breathing, shared sofa, I can hear your heart adjust. We're leaning into every little inch of this trust. Say nothing, I already know enough. Trumpet in the corner croons through a cracked speaker. That soft familiar tune we never named. Your head finds my shoulder like it always meant to. Clock hums, street fades, time forgets our name. Say nothing, let the quiet do the talking for us. Slow breathing, shared sofa, I can hear your heart adjust. We're leaning into every little inch of this trust. Say nothing. Your hand finds mine like it's always been there, just waiting. Long sigh, one smile, whole world inside this small space in me. Say nothing. Say nothing. Window cracked, curtains breathing time. Dust slow dancing in a lazy line. Cup on the table, still warm in my hand. Street sounds distant like a far-off band. This room feels wide, like the walls lean back. Every quiet corner painted blue and black. Thoughts just glide on an easy breeze. Nothing catching edges as the curtains breathe. Bass walks softly underneath my chest. Piano leaves spaces, lets my mind do the rest. Lamp throws halos on a crooked frame. Books lean sideways, I forget their names. This room feels wide, like the walls lean back. Every quiet corner painted blue and black. Thoughts just glide on an easy breeze. Nothing catching edges as the curtains breathe. I used to stack my worries, crowded in a row. Now they drift like postcards from a place I used to know. I watch them pass the window, easy to believe. I can let them go on the air I breathe. painted in gold. Shoes by the doorway, keys in a porcelain bowl. Today on my shoulders, then sliding off slow. Let it all lay down, let the noise turn soft. Every sharp edge rounds off, drips off. Breathe in the dark like a slow small song. Heart keeping time till tomorrow comes. Shadows on ceilings dance to a distant horn. Clock hand ticking like a pulse grown worn. Phone face down on the hardwood floor. I'm smaller than the silence, and somehow that's more. Thoughts line up and fall out of frame. Names, faces lose their names. Just this inhale, just this exhale. I make a little room for whatever comes next. Green flares up, your name in the dark. One bright breath, then it's gone. Glass on the table, face turned to the wood, like we both agreed to wait a little longer. In the fire now, let the quiet answer, let the spaces carry what we meant. Enough for now, every unsaid syllable folding back into the gentle instrument. Clock on the wall, dragging its feet. Ice in my glass, melted, untouched. Horn from the street bends, then disappears. Same soft question hanging in the room. Your half-written message, still warm in my hand. I read the hesitation better than the words. Piano leans on a chord, lets it blur at the edge. We're both in that echo, saying less, meaning whisper.
Lights dim, chairs sigh a little, glasses make low halos on this tired table. Air thick with stories half finished, we lean into quiet, let the corners blur. Soft, steady swing holds the walls together. Nothing to decide, we can stay forever. Let the day unring, fade to simple weather. Soft, steady swing.
clock hands drift like old dancers. Time forgets the ending, just keeps swaying on. Corner seat by the window glass, one plate cooling on a linen pad, fork in my fingers, but I let it fall. Steam writing secrets on the wall. Table for one by the window, watching strangers come and go. Cutlery resting my hand, stay slow. City hums below, and I eat this quiet, bite by bite alone. Bus breaks side down on 7th and Main. Red tail lights draw lines in the rain. Waiter folds a napkin like he's folding time, refills my water, asks if I'm fine. Piano leaves little footprints, then steps back, lets me breathe. Glass to my lips, world at my feet. I taste the heat as it leaves. Little glass, your shadow on the table moves when you laugh. Clock on the wall pretends it's not so late. You say you should be going, but your keys just wait. After the bar closes, we're still here. Words getting softer, closer than the beer. I'm telling you truths I only think when I'm alone. After the bar closes, you feel almost home. You stir the straw, though the drink is almost gone. Something in the silence keeps pulling us along. Your hand brushes mine like it didn't mean a thing, but you don't pull away, and I forget to breathe. You ask, what are we doing? And then you hold my stare. I answer with a shoulder shrug and leave the rest up in the air. If this is just the evening, let it stay that way. Two tired hearts pretending they won't remember yesterday. Or maybe this is nothing, or maybe it's the start. After the bar closes, we're still here. Words getting softer, closer than the beer. I'm telling you truths I only think when I'm alone. After the bar closes.
Door half open, dust in the hallway, your sweater on the chair, still waiting. One loose floorboard, breath on the window, names in the wallpaper, almost gone. Old rooms remember, even when we don't. Faded laughter caught in the curtains. Gentle ache in the quiet corners. I sit where you sat, and the years lean in. Coffee stain ring on the small table. Two chip mugs handle to handle. Photo frames crooked, faces turned sideways. I try to place the moment, lose it again. Light through thin blinds, dust floats then settles. You joke half heard, then it slips away. I touch the cold wall, wait for an echo. All that comes back is my own.
Dinner plates rest empty, forks crossed like little white flags, steam gone, stories cool. You trace the rim, then take it back. The lamp hums over leftovers, shadows tilt across your glass. You laugh like nothing's heavy, I say something else. Confidence and doubt share a chair between us, trading lines like regulars at this table for two. Every joke, every shrug slides between the silver and truth. Are you staying or rehearsing your goodbye? You talk about promotions, I nod like I'm already there. Your hand draws circles in the tablecloth, maps of places you're not sure you'll dare. Jazz curls around your sentences, the trumpet leans on every pause. You toast to what comes next, but skip the cause. Your knuckles drum a quiet solo, my questions dance just out of reach. We both top off the same cold coffee, stalling out on the simple speed. Knuckles drum a quiet solo, my questions dance just out of reach. We both top off the same cold coffee, stalling out on the simple speed. Signal changes, tiny green moon over concrete and crosswalk lines. I move first, hands in pockets, counting corners under my breath. Measured steps, I'm walking in time. Every quiet click falls back in line. Measured steps, I'm holding my frame. This little groove beside me still knows my name. Taxi shouts past, coffee in my palm. Steam climbs slow like a private plan. Each heel tap answers the snare. I stand taller than I look on paper. Once I stumbled, chased every light. Now the downbeat chooses my stride. Left foot, right foot, nothing to prove. Confidence whispering right through the groove. Measured steps, I'm walking in time. Every quiet click falls back in line. Measured steps, I'm holding my frame. This little groove beside me still knows my name. Quiet cup, steam curls then fades. One chair pulled back, like it's saving my place. Tiny spoon taps the porcelain edge. I taste this morning more than the bread. It's just me, sunlight on one chair, jazz humming soft, like it knows I'm there. Between little bites, between each breath I take, I feel complete in the warmth that silence makes. Window glass frames the slow street, low conversations bloom then recede. Sugar grains shine against the white. I stir my coffee, watch the dust in the light. It's just me, sunlight on one chair, jazz humming soft, like it knows I'm there. Between little bites, between each breath I take, I feel complete in the warmth that silence makes. Funny how an empty seat can feel like space for my own heartbeat. I used to chase every crowded room. Now this single table feels like it's in bloom. It's just me, sunlight on one chair, it's just me,
framing the quiet roofs, steam on this hill, lazy little spiral. You lean on the counter in an old wool shirt, letting the silence finish its thought. Let the day begin slow, like water finding a boil, like my hand on the mug, warming from the outside in. Let the day begin slow, nothing we have to prove, just the room and the rising light. Cup on the table, ring on the wood, distant truck rolling soft through the floor. Keys fall open, one note, then another, fold in the hush instead of the sheets. Calendar waiting, ink still dry, phone face down by the kitchen light. You breathe, I breathe, same small cloud, sharing the heat of the first sip aloud. Let the day begin slow, like water finding a boil, like my hand on the mug, warming from the outside in. Let the day begin slow, nothing we have to prove, just the room and the rising light.
Whoa, single chair facing that window, glass holds the gray of the morning. Cars drift past like I'm not here at all. Hands in my pockets, shoes barely touching the rug. Steam from a mug going nowhere, same as me, suspended in the hush. I just sit in this chair by the window, let the world move on outside. All that motion, all that meaning, I slide to the side. I don't chase any sign, any symbol. Let the traffic draw the lines. I just sit in this chair by the window and fall out of time. That slow jazz hums near the floorboards, bass walks soft under my feet, piano paints little half-finished thoughts. blink and a bus turns a corner, blink and a kid drops her coat. Somebody laughs on the sidewalk, it fades before it reaches my throat. Maybe I'm missing my moment, maybe this moment is it. Breathe in between every heartbeat, letting the daylight do all the work. My jacket hangs from the backrest like someone about to arrive, but the door never opens, and somehow that keeps me alive. I just sit in this chair by the window, let the world move on outside. All that motion, all that meaning, I slide to the side. I don't chase any sign, any symbol. Let the traffic draw the lines. I just sit in this chair by the window and fall out of time.
Curtains half drawn, coffee cup cold on the chair, screen face down on the table, like it's choosing not to care. Lamp clicks dark, street hum fades to a sigh, calendar crowding the fridge, but the numbers just slide by. Tomorrow can wait. Let the world run late. Let the clock miss a beat. Let the plans hesitate in this easy little swing where the night feels safe. Let the last soft chord say, tomorrow can wait. Shoes by the door, tie a knotted heart, exhale. Dishes stacked in the sink, every promise slightly veiled. Band on the record, brushing time in the air. Final chorus, leaning back like it's rocking in a chair. All the urgent little voices fading down the hallway now. Every message left unopened, every have to disload. We just breathe between the measures, let the gentle rhythm state in the hush after the ending. Yeah, tomorrow, tomorrow can wait.
steam on the glass, newspaper folded in half, plate cooling slow by my hand, chair leaned back, coat on the stand. The clock moves but gently, let the minute hand glide. I'm just eating this silence with a stranger called time by my side. Let the fork, let the thought take their time while the world runs outside. The waitress says, "You okay?" I nod, stir sugar away. Street hum, soft through the pain. Horn from the band down the lane. I used to chase every second, count change, count steps, count days. Now I count beans on the saucer, watch the light bend, fade. Morning light slides along the wooden grate. Steam curls from this chip white cup. Chair sighs low, like it's known me for years. I take a breath, let the silence wake up. Slow steam on the wooden floor, soft swing in the kitchen air. I'm not chasing anything, I'm just sitting here aware. Slow steam on the wooden floor, this small unfolding prayer. The day won't start without me, and I'm in no hurry to be there, to be there, to be there. Curtain sways to a rhythm of its own. Clock hand leans into another lap. Bass notes walk like they're barefoot on stone. Each sip loosens something in my back.
soft swing in the kitchenette. I'm not chasing anything. I'm just sitting here aware. Slow steam, slow steam, flow your steam.
Early night air slips through the frame, lifts that tired curtain edge like it remembers my name. Lamp on low, dust in a slow parade. Page half turned on the table, coffee ring, old serenade. Hope in a soft jazz mood doesn't raise its voice, just leans in close. Lets the small sounds choose tomorrow in the corner, smiling, staying shy, as the brush drums glow so quietly and your shadow passes by. Street hum fades into a gentle sway. Ice in a glass, keeping time, then melting away. Your sweater on the chair, shoulder folded in, window breath against my wrist, like you just walked in. Chase the dawn, we let the room breathe slow, let the worries yawn. One note, then another, hanging in the air, saying later it gets better, without quite going there. Hope in a soft jazz mood doesn't raise its voice, just leans in close. Lets the small sounds choose tomorrow in the corner, smiling, staying shy, as the brush drums glow so quietly. Da-da-da-da.
The final note hangs in the lamplit air, quivers on my tongue,
then goes nowhere. Your coffee's gone cold, my hands stay warm around this chip blue cup, around this worn out form. This jazz leaves space instead of answers, lets the questions walk on by. I watch today settle in the silence, not fixed, not right, just lying down inside the light, unfinished but accepted as it is. Mail on the table, still sealed, still safe. Dishes in the sink, chores will face some other day. A stain on the carpet we stepped around for years. Smiles that never fully land, eyes that finally drop the fear. I thought I needed closure, a clean black line, but life keeps smudging margins, one breath at a time. So I lean in the doorway, let the dust just sit. Everything undone tonight is part of it. Steps in time, bridge boards breathing underfoot. Orange on the water, ripple slow as my own thoughts. Yesterday behind my shoulder, tomorrow leaning on the rail. I feel the day divide, right here in the middle. What's gone, what's waiting, balanced on this quiet line. I feel the day divide. Nothing urgent, nothing late, just a soft, steady heartbeat holding all this weight. Bass keeps walking, same four notes around the sun. Piano answers half a sentence, leaving space for the evening hum. One life ending in the west, one life opening just ahead. I don't have to choose just yet between the echo and the unknown. Footstep, heartbeat, river light, all of them saying, keep going, keep going.
Shoes rest by the door, laces loose, one heel turned like it's waiting for my mind to catch up. Coat still on the chair, keys in a glass. Rain writes its long, slow sentence on the glass. Staying in can be brave, letting all that noise pass by. Heavy shit outside my window, I just watch it rolling past the sky. Staying in can be brave, I'm allowed to change my mind. I breathe in the quiet, breathe it out, and I'm still on my side. This jazz hums softly, brushes circle in time. Piano picks out small answers between the lines. Lamp throws a halo over unread pages. My heart, for once, refuses to perform. Staying in can be brave, letting all that noise pass by. Every shoot outside my window, I just watch it rolling past the sky. Staying in can be brave, I'm allowed to change my mind. I breathe in the quiet, breathe it out, and I'm still on my side. All those nights I pushed my bones through the door. on an empty smile. Tonight I tell the mirror, you're enough, just here, just like this, for a while.
Fork paws midair, steam rising from Tuesday stew. Office badge on my collar, phone face down, still glowing blue. Tiny jazz moment at lunch, world on mute, heart turned up. Sax sings what I won't say, dreams circle in my paper cup. Tiny jazz moment at lunch, clock hands tapping in time. I chew on duty, spit out doubt, let my drifting thoughts unwind. Down below, cars crawl, delivery bikes cut the lane. Up here, slow sips of coffee, I replay my life like a refrain. If I stood up now, just walk past the exit sign, would the traffic notice? Would the sky look any different this time? Saxophone tracing the question over fries gone cold on the plate. All these side roads in my head, waiting at the light of faith. Hands rest on warm keys, coffee rings on the wood, thumb slips on a chip note, it still sounds good. Pedal squeaks on the downbeat, bench leans, gives a little sigh. You laugh into the late light, ask the room, we alright? Cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. Your voice, a frayed suit, threadbare at the seams, slides around the high notes, hits the heart between. Fingers drag across ivory, tiny thunder in the haze, dust dancing in the lamplight, soft halo on your face. See cracks in the chords, make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. You miss the change, keep going. Turn the wrong turn into a run. Turn the wrong word into a smile. Leave the perfect ones undone. If the night falls out of rhythm, we just follow where it strays. Every flaw a little window, letting kindness find a way. The cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. Key on the counter, shoes by the door, bag in the corner, I don't need it anymore. Clock keeps on talking, I let it say what it says. Sink into this silence, let the day fall off my chest. Let the jazz take the weight from my hands. Every soft piano line understands. All that effort can rest, can release in these gentle chords. I finally breathe. Steam from the kettle coats the window in gray. Shadows on the ceiling slowly drifting away. Fingers find the fabric of this old blue chair. Every note like water running cool through my hair. Shoulders lower with the bass line, neck unwinds on every sway. Breathing deeper with the right cymbal, let the rush run out of my veins. deck unwinds on every sway. Breathing deeper with the right cymbal. Let the rush run out of my veins. Coffee's been reheated again. Lip of the mug chipped on the side. Steam curls up like it's deja vu. Same chair, same slant of sky. This jazz doesn't mind repeating itself. Little circles on the keys just turning. Pauses hanging over my head like clothes on a wire. Half dry and half learning. Unfinished thoughts on the table today. Still somehow part of the day. Piano phrases trace slow halos, drifting over last week's mail. I start a sentence, lose the ending. Let it wander, let it fail. Clock stutters past the quarter hour. Silence clears its throat, then stays. I sip the edge of a lukewarm moment and think it all still counts as today. Steam on the glass, 2 cups between us. You trace circles in the quiet air. Slow clock on the wall, barely even ticking. I feel each second settle in your stare. Stay a while, let the silence talk for us. Stay a while, let the breathing be enough. We're not going anywhere, just here, right here. Stay a while. Soft floorboard creak House remembers footsteps, dog sighs once, then drifts away again. You laugh too low, almost don't release it. I catch that sound and hold it in my hands. We don't have to fill every open space. There's a comfort in the pause, in the unadorned phrases. Your hand on my sleeve says everything it needs. Leave the world outside the doorway. Let this moment lead. Stay a while. Let the silence talk for us. Stay a while. Let the breathing be enough. We're not going anywhere, just here, right here. Stay a while.
I jog to the hallway, jacket in hand. See the silver door slide. One step too slow, they kiss shut easy. My face in the steel, half grin, half sigh. Between floors I find a little breathing. Missed my ride, but the rhythm's on my side. Let the second hand swing like a pendulum. Nothing broke, just a change in time. Between floors I lean into the waiting. Let the quiet rearrange my day. What I thought I needed rushing toward, jazz walks in and takes its place. Piano in my pocket, tapping the change. Thumb keeps slapping the offbeat rail. Fluorescent hum keeps humming its tune. I sway with the walls, let the hurry exhale. Some doors close soft like this, not a verdict, just a cue. I laugh low, hear the chords all turning. What I missed makes room for something new.